Hey everyone, this is Byron. I'm here to testify for Jesus Christ. I found myself in conversation with two different people today in which mass shootings came up. One was an event that happened today, which is May 24th, 2022, in a Texas school. The other was not too far long ago, there was a shooting in a grocery store area. I think about 10 were killed in that, and 14 injured today. I wanted to talk to you about a revolution. I have been talking about a revolution. What is occurring in the United States as we speak is a revolution that's been going on for some time. And there's a thing called the reign of terror, or terror is used in revolutions. In the French Revolution, they had what was called the reign of terror. In the Bolsheviks Revolution, they had what was called the Red Terror. And then Hitler had his stormtroopers, and he created an event in the German parliament. It was called the Reichstag. That's the name of the German parliament. But it was called the Reichstag event. And that single event is what propelled Hitler into office, not as the president, but at a position close enough to be pretty much the president at the time. Terror is used, and I've had dreams about revolution here in the United States. Here's a picture of a dream. Excuse me, I'm sorry about my voice, but here's a picture of a video. I call it "The Revolution is Calling," and it was a dream that I produced here. It's on my YouTube videos. And in that particular one, I could tell this was a revolution involving the youth. So whoever controlled the youth seemed to be who won the revolution. For example, one of the scenes in the dream, I bumped into a young person. And since I bumped into the young person, I knew there were people watching and they were going to take retaliation on me. It's like I got that feeling of the revolution is like for control of the youth. Like if we were to start a revival and that would include youth, it would frustrate the revolutionaries. So that's one time I've mentioned it here. And about 3 years ago, I did a video called "It is a Revolution." And I'm saying these things because it's very easy to think, well, these are independent acts that are happening around the country, and things are just getting bad. And I'll tell you why people want you to think that way, and I'll get to that here in a second. But I don't believe these are independent acts. I believe this is a controlled revolution. Building up, you have pestilence such as what we've had with COVID. You have gas prices going up, kind of like the seals being broken in Revelation. There's things coming that are going to be tough and rougher than we expected. Back a long time ago, I think I had this dream in 2014 or 2013, but it was about an Obama event, and the event was going to occur 2.5 years after I had the dream. And then 2.5 years later, there was a nightclub down in Florida. I think it was a homosexual type nightclub. It got hit. So I knew that was an Obama event when it happened, but I didn't know what it was going to be. But I was notified by God 2.5 years before. And I've said many times, Obama is the Antichrist, and he is going to take over. He's going to be called the King of Babylon, as the Bible speaks of. And the United States is Babylon. So we're in an ongoing revolution right now. I watch for Obama's updates on Facebook. I'm watching on Twitter, but I never log in. I figure they're duplicates, so I see the ones on Facebook. He is making a big push. He's going to use flattery. And he also uses craft. And craft, the way I understand it from the Hebrew, is deception. People are going to be begging for Obama. By the time we finish with this Biden fiasco, perhaps even by the time that Donald Trump is assassinated, which I've had a dream about, I thought was a Donald Trump assassination. People are going to be begging for Obama. They're going to be like, nothing could be worse. Let me have Obama. Had another dream. I called it. No, I actually summed up several dreams, but I did a video. I called them terror events coming to Decatur, Alabama. And these events are being used to herd people into the direction that you want. Not necessarily a physical herding, but a mental herding. Get you to the point where you're where they want you to be, such as, give me Obama. You see what I'm saying? And then also, I want to mention Manchurian Candidate. A lot of times you can see something on television or movies, and it'll look fiction. It'll be made up, and you'll think, well, that could never happen. But in the movie Manchurian Candidate, I fully believe there are people who are Manchurian candidates, and they're victims of mind control. And within mind control, I guess there's various ways that they can do that. But there's a way that they do things that, and a guy named Fritz Springmeier has some videos on YouTube, but there's some ways that they do things, and it's called undetectable mind control, meaning the person who is under the mind control has no idea. There was speculation that Britney Spears and many of the stars, America's idols, are victims of mind control. But they're being utilized to shape the culture. And a Manchurian Candidate is someone who is a mind control person who is used for assassination, such as the events that have occurred here recently. The shooting in Texas could have been a Manchurian Candidate. The shooting in, for some reason I want to say New York. I don't follow the news that much, but there was a shooting at a grocery store somewhere recently, and it could have been like a Manchurian Candidate. These people could be being paid off. I even think the event that kicked off all the riots in the United States, where the man was, they put his knee on his neck, and it ended up, he died. All the rioting and all that stuff, I even considered that to possibly be a Manchurian Candidate, because of the events, the things that the police officers did didn't seem to me, it didn't seem to me like a group of officers could just be so negligent all at once. It seems like it would have had to be planned to me. So anyway, those things are going on, and I think ultimately it's going to lead to gun confiscation in the United States. I've had many dreams from the Lord about gun confiscation. Obama was involved in some of them. As a matter of fact, one dream of gun confiscation, he was the president, and I was in the office with him. I don't know which, maybe Oval Office, I don't know, one place with him. He showed me how to hide a pistol and then sent people to catch me, and I was a man on Obama's staff helped me to escape. So I just want you to know it's important that you understand it's a revolution. But ultimately, the Antichrist, even though he seems like an entity so independent that Jehovah God, the Father of Jesus Christ, couldn't have anything to do with him, he does. And the Antichrist is an instrument that God uses for judgment. And he is going to be used against the United States and also the world. And there's certain things within the Bible you can read, and you can see that, man, Israel was punished for fornication or adultery against the Lord, turning their back on God. The church of Thyatira, Revelation chapter 2, starting at verse 18, that church was put into great tribulation for fornication and eating things sacrificed to idols and tolerating a Jezebel, which is Freemasonry, within the church. So the Antichrist will come on the scene. I fully believe, based on dreams from the Lord, it is Barack Hussein Obama. And I believe that these terror events are going to shape the nation to the point that when he comes in, it's as if he will be welcomed in, because the scripture states he was going to obtain his position by flattery, and to basically tell people, hey, we need to be like this. If you look at his post, he's consistently saying things to make people feel good about what he's accomplished or what people around him are doing. And he hasn't left politics alone since he left office, and he's not done. So I say that to just help some people. Maybe you need to realize that this is not an independent. All these different events that we may see are not independent of each other. It's a coordinated effort to bring about a reign of terror to the point that people are herded into accepting what is supposed to be accepted. And it may be gun confiscation. It could be many things simultaneously too. A vaccine, gun confiscation, whatever. These things can happen. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that because I was in two independent conversations separate from each other, and I didn't discuss either one with the other person, and they brought up the topics today, and I thought it was very interesting that the Lord has shown me terror events coming, and here we are. I mean, there has been shootings all along, but I think they're going to intensify, and I've even seen bombs. If you watch that movie, that video I did, terror events coming to Decatur, I think there was bombs involved in that one. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I just want you to realize what is coming there's one hope in what's coming, and that's Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter if we live through it or not. Our one hope is Christ, because to be absent with the body from the body is to be present with the Lord. And that's just the facts as the Bible reads. I know sometimes when we hear the truth, sometimes the truth isn't something we want to hear. The United States is in a terrible mess, and bad things are coming. So we got to be ready. And the way I see to be ready is that walk in the Spirit, daily depend on the Lord, so that He can give us direction, and we'll know what we need to do at the time that it comes. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go. Thanks.